take a look at for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, the sequel to the 2014 Maleficent movie. If you see my preparation, the Disney's way version of it, you know that I was not a huge fan of Maleficent. I thought visually it looked amazing, and there's some good moments, but there are some stupid moments too. And one of my thoughts on the sequel, Mistress of Evil, I thought it was a little better. It was a little better. There are some weird moments, but it is much better. So in this film, Prince Philip wants to marry Aurora and proposes to her. But Maleficent is kind of against the idea, and when Prince Philip's parents come in to invite them to dinner, the queen, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, says that she'll become Aurora's mother, and I guess Maleficent gets jealous and gets angry. There will be no union, no wedding, and kind of cursed King John to sleep in a deaf way. And then Maleficent leaves them, but then gets shot with a sniper by someone, but still being saved by Chachikwa Ejiofor, who is a member the same species as Maleficent, as well as other characters, including Boris, played by Screen. And for the most part in this movie, she is with her other people that are the same species as her, with the horns and the wings, which I thought was that was an interesting idea, that Maleficent has her own race of different species with horns and wings. And they have some good characters too. And Joey Ejiofor's sacrifice was deserved, and Boris makes for a good ally to Maleficent, by the way. And they have some cool designs too. I'll give props to that. And then later it's revealed that the queen was the villain all along, and she cursed King John with the similar situation with how Aurora poked her finger. And honestly, that twist was, I kind of see it coming because of the first scene that settles that with Warwick Davis. But when she's revealed to be the villain, it reminds me a lot how the villain of the first one was Aurora's father. So it's weird that we're going from the first film being the villain being the father of Aurora, to the second film the villain being the mother of Prince Philip. So it's odd that the villains of these Maleficent movies are related to Aurora and Phillips and not Maleficent herself, despite this movie called Mistress of Evil. And yet they still put her as an anti-hero. Though I thought the queen was a little kind of a threat to Maleficent because of how much she hates her. And her costume does look pretty cool, to be honest. Her dress. One thing that's weird is that the guy who can transform into a bird doesn't transform into a raven. This one, he transforms to this weird raven bear. So that's so he looks weird. He looks like Coke Bear before that movie came out. And so I thought he looked a little weird, especially with his ultimate battle. Which I thought the war battle between the Osted and the Maleficent people was a pretty awesome battle as the showdown of the movie. And there's some good action in the movie. And it was interestingly praised the appearance of Maleficent Dragon, because I thought they would not include that because in the first film, the dragon was from like the Raven Kid, but guess Maleficent can transform into a dragon. It happens after the queen kind of killed her, but she didn't because she was resurrected as a dragon to save Aurora. And then the queen is kind of attacked by the Maleficent people until being turned into a gout. And then Prince Philip and Aurora gets married. Though it gets a little weird because of the officiator, like, will you, Prince Philip and Aurora, be your husband? Be your... But then they both interruptly said, I do, which is kind of funny because they just interrupted the first two questions. And that's how the movie ends. Maleficent, the Raven Kid, Aurora, and Priscilla live happily ever after. So it's not as bad as Maleficent, but it's got some issues too. So, but visually, the still film looks amazing too. It looks really good. So, what do you think of this movie? Is it better? Is it worse? Let me know. So, peace out.